Hey everyone, thanks for joining the Lunawolf Woods Tarot channel. I'm back again to do another video playing catch up. I have many tarot decks and many oracle decks that I plan on reviewing and doing flip-throughs, first impressions on, so this is another one. So be sure to subscribe because I will have many more coming up. So this one is the Sacred Hags Oracle by Danielle Dulski, with illustrations by Janine Hausman. It's a 56 card deck, and there's a substantial guidebook that goes with it. And it says visionary guidance for dreamers, witches, and wild hearts. So it comes in this hardcover box. It's not magnetic. When you open it up, there's kind of like a little file folder here, which is where the cards were. The cards were separated into two piles, and the guidebook was in there as well. And this was a little bit on the expensive side. The price is about $40 US, and it's published by New World Library. And I'll read you the back here. It says, this oracle is a portal to the deep places, an intermediary between the seeker and wisdom. The wise hag archetype is found in traditions around the world and throughout time because of the hag's unique, multifaceted power. Detailed card descriptions in the accompanying book include rituals, poetry, spells, and writing prompts, with multiple opportunities to encounter the wisdom of the hags and integrate their medicine into your spiritual practice. The suggested card spreads range from simple to complex, allowing you the freedom to craft your own relationships to the oracle. So that's the box, and this is the book that goes with it. Substantial guidebook. It's approximately 153 pages. And in the back there's some information, of course, about the author and the illustrator. So the author, Danielle Dulski, has published a few books. So she has written Seasons of Moon and Flame, The Wild Dreamer's Epic Journey of Becoming, The Holy Wild, A Heathen Bible for the Untamed Woman, and Woman Most Wild, 3 Keys to Liberating the Witch Within. She's also a yoga teacher. So each page has a small little color picture here, and a section called Grandmother Speaks, which is the meaning of the card. And then there's another section for Morning Ritual, and another section for Moonlight Ritual. So I really like that she's done that, that there's actual exercises and rituals, or almost like spells, that you can incorporate into your daily practice to make it more practical. And I just happened to open it up to Seasons of the Wild Wolf. And the morning ritual for that is instinct and intuition, and the moonlight ritual is a wolf song. So I think I'm going to read this here to give you an idea of what it's like. So in the Grandmother Speaks section, it says, the rough places show us what we're made of, my love, for our wild resistance was certainly not forged by slow dripping water, but by fire and fierce winds. The rough places are where we encounter our shadows and look our monsters straight in the eye. We face our fears here, you see, and we ask what our particular fears are saying about who we are and how far we've come. Tell me, what do you fear most? Great loss, betrayal, death? Ask yourself now, what lies beneath that particular fear? Dig under that hard layer of permafrost and find the softer, resilient roots of your trepidation. What would it feel like for the surface fear to melt away? How might your world be different in its absence? And then the morning ritual for instinct and intuition. That's a bit lengthy, so I'll skip that. But the moonlight ritual, wolf song, says, call up the image of a wolf in your mind's eye. Look into its eyes, smell its primal scent, and let it see your humility and your power at once. Let the wolf be your muse now, and write a song for this wild creature. Wolf of the woods, I see you. Wolf of the woods, I am your. Wolf of the woods, come near and. Wolf of the woods, walk with. Sing this song into the darkness now, an homage to your own wolf spirit. Beautiful, I love that. And so there's quite a lot of information in here, which is awesome. She also has quite a few spreads I saw in the table of contents. So there's a soul, spirit, ego spread. There's a 5-card pentagram of magic spread. There's the yesterday, today, tomorrow spread. There's a 6-card birth to void spread. And there's also suit-specific spreads, like, for example, the Hags Story spread, the Trusted Crone Encounter, the Seasons of Moon and Flame spread, and the Seeds of Knowing. So, actually, the Seeds of Knowing is not a spread. That's just a section. So there's a lot of spreads in here which are useful for not just beginners but more advanced people. And there's also a single card spread that's included. And there's some rituals and introductory information at the beginning. And of course the table of contents so that you can find your cards and your meanings. So the cards are divided into the stories, the seasons, the spells, and of course the hags, the sacred hags. So that's the book, and we will get into the cards themselves. So, like I said, they were divided into 2 when you open up the box. So I'll go into each one at a time. So here we have Season of the 13th Moon, Season of Spice and Hearth. So the cardstock quality is a little bit thin, but it's still good. It's not, it's definitely not a bad cardstock. And they are glossy, so they do reflect the light. And the back has this little Sybil design, which is a unique feature for this Oracle deck that is incorporated into all the cards, have little sigils on them. So here we have Season of the Haunted Heart, Season of Orphan Dreams, love that. Season of Midday Grace, so obviously there's multiple cards for every season. Season of Holy Thunder. So the colors are quite vibrant, and it also includes a black and white, I would say, kind of a tattoo art style, as well as these sigils, Sibyls. Season of Wild Delights. Season of Mud-Caked Hands. Season of the Elder's Altar. Season of Tender Roots. It's beautiful. Season of the Cauldron Keeper. Season of the Wild Wolf. Wow, look at that. Definitely my favorite so far. Season of Salted Bones. And here are the hags. Hag of Selkies. Hag of Wildfire. So these hags definitely have personality, judging by their expressions. Hag of the Salt Altar. Hag of the West Sea. Hag of Cats. Hag of Storms. So it's hard to see with the camera, but up close and in person, when you look at these cards, there's so much detail in the artwork. And even in the background, it's not just a solid red color. There's a lot of detail that went into the background in the design. Just the sky alone looks like a tattoo with all the details. And this is Hag of the South Desert. Hag of Serpents. Hag of Hawthorn. Hag of the East Garden. Hag of Holy Stones. Hag of Grey Owls. Hag of the Oak Grove. Hag of the North Mountain. Love that one. And Season of Moon and Flame. Now for the other pile. House of the Yaga. So this is a newer release, and these are first impressions, so I haven't actually started working in depth with these cards. I'm just looking at them now, and so this is my first thoughts on seeing this. But I'm curious if there's other people out there that have this and how you like it so far. Secrets of the Sea. So I'm really looking forward to working with this. It's very unique, very creative, and unlike a lot of other decks out there, the Fern Forest. And I also think this is a kind of deck that you might be able to do some shadow work with. Pagan Poetry. Medicine of the Mist Dwellers. Feeling flesh. So I think these cards are definitely open to a lot of intuitive work. Songs of the Seal Women. I think there's a lot of different ways you could interpret these cards, and I'm definitely going to read the guidebook. So I think that's going to be very interesting. Cracking the Cosmic Egg. Fairy Pool Baptism. Love that one. Dance of the Rebel Heathens. So there's definitely a lot of Wiccan and pagan imagery and references. Juniper Smoke. Tears of an Earth Bride. She looks pretty scary. Nectar of Forbidden Fruit. The Wild Hunt. I like that one. It's definitely an Artemis vibe or Ellen of the Ways vibe. And she's even got tattoos on her there. Sorry, I'm trying to hold the camera with one hand and manipulate the cards with the other hand, so sorry if this is not very steady. The Full Moon Walk. The Bard's Collection. The Kalich's Crag. The Soul Cages. Definitely very unusual imagery that you don't see in a lot of other decks, which is really great. The Wild Child's Prophecy. So it's nice that there's diversity in the deck as well. Love this. The Grandmother's Prayers. Look at the hands. The Shadow Keeper. So there was definitely a lot of work and intention that went into this deck by the creator. The Flame Tender's Temple. The Blackthorn Altar. Beautiful. The Storyteller's Jewels. The Raven's Ritual. The Unburnable Beloved. The Witch's Initiation. It's almost like the Fool card in the tarot. So this is a really interesting deck. I think there was a lot of thought and intention that went into the creation of this deck, and I'm really looking forward to working with it. So I would highly recommend it based on just a quick look through at the cards. And I'm curious to know what you all think, and if there's people out there that have used it, how you like it. Let me know. So thanks for tuning in, and more to come. Have a good night.